Hello, hello. Welcome to ARMA League Season 2 Final Series, Hanchans 5 and 6. As a quick reminder of the rules before we get into things, we are playing with red 5s on, no bankruptcy, head bump, round and mangan, no abortive draws, 30-10 UMA with an Oka at a 30,000 point return. I am JCakes, and I am joined today by, I'm just going to say Avi, and hidden away from Junk and Ron. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
So we are very honored to have the foreigner team here doing guest commentary this week, with the other half of the foreigner team doing guest commentary next week. So do come back next week to see the rest of it. But thank you guys so much for coming in to do ARMA League commentary today. Thank you guys so much for coming in to play. It's a big deal that we have an international team for ARMA League.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's our
thank
pleasure.
you.
And thank you. Oops.
No, that's all right. No, I just want to say thank you for letting us, having us, and also thank you for letting us do the commentary today.
No worries whatsoever. So, before we get into things, we are in the final 4 Hanchans of ARMA League, so we do want to have a quick look at the standings before we get into the day, just to see what each of the teams are going for. So, we do have Atsuki in first place at 334.3 points, Powerpuff Boys in second place with 90.95 points, Dark Flame Cursed Totoro on third place on 87.65 points, and Water in the Fire in last place on minus 16.5 points. So the immediate thing we see is that Atsuki has pulled into a very commanding lead for the start of this finals, but it's definitely too soon right now to say that they'll maintain that first position, especially with how top heavy the UMA is. But there will probably need to be a few non-conventional plays, I guess, by the other teams if they want to chase that first or second place. Notably for this tournament, only first and second do get prizes. Every other what? Every other placement does not get a prize, unfortunately. So it's very likely that all the teams will just be playing for first or second place. So we
All to play for.
Yeah, or you play for pride, I guess. You know, if you feel like you can't get first or second, you just go for not last place just to play for pride. But we'll see what happens, especially with how tight second place is. I wonder maybe if during the day we'll see some teams maybe play for more conceding second place plays. Like if Atsuki gets 2 first places, will the rest of the teams then only fight for second place? You know, we'll just have to see what happens. But we should be kicking into our game very, very soon. Very soon. It says 05, so it should start any second now. Come on.
we need the drama now. Where are you?
There we go. So we start our Hanchan with Nosti from Dark Flame Cursed Totoro in the east seat, Osbor from Atsuki in the south seat, Miku from Powerpuff Boys in the west seat, and Forte from Water in the Fire in north seat. Dora is the 6-er. And what do we see around here?
Nosti already has a very fast hand building up here.
The only downside about it is very cheap, unfortunately. There's a few awkward shapes, but you are right. It's already a Shanten. So.
Oh, okay. So there's a slight improvement with the 5-pin here,
Yep.
and any other tiles that connects to it is only going to make his hand a lot more flexible there. So
Absolutely.
I think it might be an easy east win here for now, but yeah, we just have to see how the others are catching up to it.
We'll have to also see how much aggressive play they decide to do. We look at Miku across the board with already a pair of Easts and 1 Dora, and could shift to a Honitsu play. Oh, Tenpai there.
Tenpai already.
Waiting on
And
the
goes for
2.
Lichi already.
Yep.
Oh, this is a quick start.
Yeah, an absolutely quick start. Went for the 2-5 pin for Ricci only. But it is an early dealer Ricci, and it will probably suppress a lot of the other plays out of the hand. We already see that Miku's cutting the 2 norths, Forte's cutting the 2 wests, and looks like Osball is going fairly straightforward folding. Well, maybe not straightforward folding, but doing the best they can. East comes out.
So
No.
So there's no weight left for Nosti by the looks of it.
Yes.
Yep.
Both 2 pins and the 5 pins are dead.
Yep. All of the weights are dead in the wall for Nosti, unfortunately. It will require either Ozball or the Ozball or Forte to draw something and be willing to cut a 2/5 pin. And now we just saw that the
Oh.
2-man weight for Miku is also dead in the wall at this point, unless Forte decides to get rid of them, which he does,
Oh,
dealing into
Oh,
Miku's
gosh.
only Tondora 1, so it's only a 2,000 point hand, but it's very nice for the other players because Nosti's now lost their dealership, which is quite a big blow if you're going for that first place. Alright, so we enter into East 2. Dora is the 6-man. Ozball with a very pretty hand. A little bit reliant on filling in that Penchan, but it could get into like a Pinfu or even a Pinfu Dora 1 or an Itsu Dora 1 or something a little fancy like that. Pair of Chuns here.
Nothing too fancy, of course, because Osborne and his team are really big in first place at the moment. So you wouldn't want to make your hand too expensive for the sake of speed there. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes along with that. See, they're cutting the 6 pin quite early on there, but I suppose that 8 pin being thrown earlier kind of justifies that.
Yeah. I agree with that.
oh. Miku's in Tenpai for Chitoy.
Ooh, a Chitoy only Dama Tenpai for Miku. Wonder if they're waiting for an honor draw or no, they decided to switch onto the Tuso. Now waiting for the Tuso Tanki for Richi Chitoy with 3 live weights in the wall. That is a very, very strong Chitoy. Very strong Chitoy. See a 2-man cut from Ozball giving up on their Itsu, but cutting the Genbutsu over the one cut east. 5-man draw for Nosti puts them into Ishanten for Richi, maybe even Richi Dora 1, maybe even Samshoku if they draw very well. They have to draw very well though. They have to get both the 5 pin and the 7 so. And not really much going on for Forte, unfortunately. The hand's a little bit slow and they have to get rid of a lot of tiles which look a little bit scary. In that no one has cut any Chuns or any Chuns or any Hakus, so it's a little bit of a scary moment for them. Still 3 Tusos in the wall. Sumo went for Miku here would give them a lot of leverage in terms of trying to get up to a decent point gap. Oh, very nice Sumo.
Oh, there it is. There we go.
Alright. Now we have to see if they hit Ura, because if they do hit Ura, it will be a Hanemon. It's a Hanemon or a Kaburi. Okay, no, never mind. But it would have been it would have been a
shortcut to Hanemon.
Yeah, absolutely. It would have been a very nice way to smack down the leading team a little bit with a nice 6,000 point bite out of their hand, but unfortunately no Uradora was hit, and but Miku does win the hand, reached Sumo Chitoy 1632, not bad at all. As we enter into East 3, Dora's a 4, so we already see Nosti as a pair of Doras. Very scary hands for Nosti.
Could potentially see an Ipeiko there.
Absolutely.
Nosti.
Yeah. Ipeiko, they might even force Tanyao. It doesn't really look like they should, but they might. Interesting hand for Miku in that they have... they seem to be going for a Honitsu Chinitsu with all those Pinzu shapes. Choosing to keep the isolated honors and maybe go for either a Honitsu Chinitsu or have like half the hand fold. So if someone reaches, you have a lot of tiles to fold with. Wow, Forso draw. Ooh, okay. Nosti is in the running. How big could this hand go? Something like reach Sumo Sanan Kodora 3?
Yeah, that's a Hanemon at least.
Yeah,
or you could just go for the Suanko as well.
Oh, yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I feel like we're quite a few. Oh, wow! An 8-pin draw for Miku puts them into a fairly nice Ishanten. Hand is a little bit cheaper than it initially was, but it's a very, very nice Ishanten.
But you could go for Miku could go for Chancer though. If she draws the 9, maybe.
Maybe. Oh, it would be a Junchan if they draw the 9-mon. Well, very likely it would be a Junchan if they draw the 9-mon, but it'll depend. It feels more likely that they'll either go for the Chinitsu, in which case they would have pawned that 9-pin, or they will go for like a reach Pinfu Ipeiko. So seems sick. They're going for Reach for Ipeco. Ooh, wow. Nosti draws a very vital 2-man. Now is in Ishan 10 for Richidora 3. Very, very important hand to be able to try and get that first place. We do see some monster hands here. 3 Doras for Nosti, Reach Pinfu Ipeco for Miku, Richi Aka 3 for Ozball, maybe even Sanshoku. Like, some very terrifying hands from these players. The only one who has nothing really to compete with is Forte. Actually no, Reach Tanya Shitoi, that would work too. It's like, yeah, everyone's got a hand, you know. Everyone's got like they're prepared to try and slap down the other players.
Yeah, this is actually quite an exciting hand. Actually.
Absolutely, yeah. I want to see what happens when one person tempais. You know, like how far the other player is willing to push in their hands, because everyone has some amount of value, right? Like it's not unjustified to be like, I have enough value to push.
Interesting that Oswald kept the 2-pin there. I think he's looking for safety or really committed to that Sanshoku there.
Wait. Miku's Tenpai 5-pin would be Itsu as well.
Itsu eBay call for Silent 7-7.
Yep.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for Miku, all the 5 pins are dead, so you're gonna have to.
Tenpai
for Oswald here.
Tenpai for Sanshoku Aka 3 does not need to reach you if they don't want to.
Sumo already is Haneman.
Wow,
the Richi's come out.
Richi does come out instantly. Wow, okay, so we have a Hanchans. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Baiman here.
That's a Baiman, yeah. Reach of Hatsumo Sanshoku Aka 3. Baiman. 4,000, 8,000. Launching Ozball right into the lead and taking Miku down a few notches. Goodness. That's nasty. That's a little bit dirty. You just can't dupe other people like that. That's just rude. So we do enter into East 4 with Dora as the 9, so Forte with a pair of Dora, but not really any easy way to get Yaku. Maybe Chanta, but not likely with the 5-6, so what is everyone else? I can't stop thinking about the Apatsumo Kanshan Daimon.
So Oswald's got a little bit of a karma against him there because his hand is probably the slowest of everyone else's. Oh, Forte's managed to fill it with that Sam pin there. Decides to throw out the 9-man there. Looks like he's kind of abandoned the Sanshoku there, so looks like a standard Pihu Dora 2 at least.
Oh wow!
Oh my
god! Okay. Now they're in like a Ramen Ishan 10 for Richi Pinfu.
Never mind. Nosti goes first.
Yep, Nosti does get there first with Richi Pinfu waiting for the 2-5. So we're just gonna have to see a shootout. I don't actually see Forte folding with much here, if I'm honest.
No, I would be very surprised if Forte folds here.
Yep, I would be very surprised too. And Nosti, while it's a cheap hand, it is a hand, and you know, leaving yourself the ability to sumo with some Ura would be very important. For trying to get that first place. These players are definitely trying to play for that first place. Like, they want to get there. 5 so... Ooh, a 9-pin could come out. Yes, okay, 9-pin does come out here, so a Forte does clear, and there are a few draws in which Forte doesn't actually get into trouble if they draw a 5... If they draw one of the 5-sos? Okay, never mind.
Never mind.
Nosti draws the 5-so instead, reached Sumo Pinfu. No Uradora, 700 300.
The Uras have not been very kind so far, have they?
They have not. Oh my god, Nosti already starting with Ithe. This hand has one direction to go.
Oh hell yes.
Yeah.
Although it looks like Miku's trying to challenge that position, however.
Yes, absolutely. Miku is not letting it happen. Does pawn that Shah, putting them into Ishan 10 for Shah Dora 1. Bit heavy on the 6-man, unfortunately, but they do want to shut down Nosti's dealership. They don't want to give Nosti the chance to get anything, you know? Like, you know, no one gets anything except for your team, I guess, would be the general philosophy.
Itsu chance on the left with Forte.
Oh, true.
Although he decides to throw out the door straight away.
Yep. Choosing not to worry too much about it. I think this is a general trend that we have seen in Forte's play. They are not... super keen on forcing in Dora usage. And so they will cut Dora if it's very inconvenient. Like there's not like a direction for it. We see that also Forte's open up Sanchoku chances in the 789 Sanchoku.
Oh, I misread Forte's hand. I saw there was a Forso in there as well.
Oh, all right. Well, it's still. I still think you're right. There is an Itsu chance there, but it's not super likely because you will need to create a pair somewhere else. Nosti and Tenpai.
Tenpai straight away here for
Itsu.
Itsu for Haneman. So
Yep.
that's going to be very nasty if someone is going to be unlucky enough to throw it. There's 2 in the wall.
Yeah, or even like a sumo for Nosti would be very important. The 6,000 old sumo would put them in first place instead. So,
Forte might be in trouble here because if he gets the 9 pin, he might be aiming for Sanchoku.
I think Forte is in trouble now.
Oh yeah.
No.
Your worry was that realized there.
Yeah, you said you've hexed it, and now the hexes start. You called the trouble for Forte, and Forte does deal in, unfortunately, to Shinitsu Itsu 18,000, sending them to a very, very negative last place, unfortunately. But gives Nosti the first place.
I'm so sorry, Forte.
Look, apparently, commentary hexes are the flavor of this league, you know. But yeah, so we do enter into South 1-1. Dora is the 2-pin, and now we see a very interesting position where Miku, Ozbol, and Nosti are probably all not too worried about coming last place anymore. Granted, there is an entire South round, so it's not impossible for Forte to come back, but you gotta think that the main thing on each of these players' brains is how do I maximize my first odds, because I don't have to worry about coming last at all. So maybe we'll see more aggressive play, more chases to try and shut down dealer hands. Only time will tell, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit unfortunate for Oswald, however, that his hand is probably the slowest out of everyone else's at the moment there. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not he continues to push through, or whether or not he should stay put until his next dealership coming up.
Yes, we'll have to see. Oswald does lean towards more conservative play, so it's very possible that, as you say, Oswald will try to be a little bit more conservative and maybe not put too much weight on the not put too much weight on bad shapes.
Anyway. Yeah.
So Forte looking for 2-pin, hopefully to get a door in there at least.
Yeah, fill it in with the 8-pin BT for Lychee Pihu Dora 1, maybe? There's only one 2-pin left, however.
And there's no 8-pins left now, unfortunately. Wait, no, there's still one 8-pin left. All right.
There's still one left, yes.
Yeah. So, but that does help Osbald's hand. Osbald's now Ishanten for Ricci. If they accept the Ishanten, it's very likely Ricci Dora 1. But it could be Itsu as well, especially if they force it in with a 4-pin draw. 5-man draw for Forte. Just gets rid of it. It's not interested.
Denies it.
That would have been Tempo, right?
For Forte or for who?
Yeah, I was looking at Forte and thinking the 5-man doesn't make it Tempo anyway.
No, it doesn't. It makes your Ishanten a little bit stronger, but it would not be Tempo.
Yeah.
1-pin draw for Ozbol can... Wow! Hard shifting towards Chitoi now. 5-pin draw puts them into Tempai. Does Ricci, waiting for the 5
goes for the Ricci.
Yep. A little bit cheap, but you know, you got to start your comeback journey somewhere, and they've chosen to, or not chosen to, but they were gifted the Ricci Pinfu, so they will take it. Ishanten for Nosti. What will Nosti do in this situation? Are they gonna cut a pair, or are they gonna cut the 7-man? They do decide to cut a pair, playing it a little bit more dangerously, but as we said before, they want to play it for the first place when last is almost dead at this point.
So still 4 weights for Forte in the wall right now.
most importantly, the red 5 is still alive, so that'll be amazing if he draws it.
Yep.
Get himself back in the game.
Yep, absolutely. Well, it'll take a little bit more than just the red 5 Simo to get them back in the game, but it would help a lot. Chi on the 6-0 puts Nosti into Tenpai, waiting for the 5-8 man for Tanya only. Definitely a push towards just trying to maintain their dealership. Can cut the 6-man in this position to reduce the effectiveness of their weight, but guarantee a safe tile, and that's what they decide to do. Okay, so Nosti's weight is dead in the wall, but they do manage to stay.
Managed to get Tenpai, nice.
Yep, very nice Tenpai play. Nosti, Miku, and Forte in Tenpai, moving us along to South 1-2. Dora is the 8-so. There's 1.6 in the middle, so I wonder how fast these players will play for the bonuses. I know we can see Ozball has got a pair of Hakus, so will they call aggressively, or will they try to pass tiles through to not put themselves in much danger? Oh wow, their hand's picking up some value.
It's a very good point that you just pointed out there, because in actual reality, apart from Ozball, no one else might be able to go for the quick play there. Maybe aside from Nosti, if he draws the 4-man to then switch over to just a Tanyao. But none of the other two, at the very least, they're not able to do that.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna shut up. You guys just keep talking. I just need to see you guys call the future, right? Just talk, because we're seeing. Okay. What's gonna happen next? Tell me what's gonna happen next. I need to know. Just for my curiosity, what's being drawn next? Come on. But hey, just
okay.
Red 5 for Forte?
But yeah, so with the 4-man draw, you're correct that Nosti is able to shift towards a Tanyao. But are they willing to get rid of the Dora to do that? Because in order to go for Tanya, they need to get the 6-so, so they can cheat.
Oh, never mind. The 6-so's been fed. It's been fed through.
Yep. So 6-so.
DJ, you can do it as well.
So 6-so has been fed. Nosti does cut the 8-pin, allowing themselves the opportunity to keep both of the Dora and go for Tanya Dora 2. Very nice 5,800 point if it goes through. Miku is in Chitoi Ishanten. Could have been 2 Shanten from a normal hand, I believe. But
yes, yeah.
Decides to not go for that, preferencing maybe direct speed, considering they see that Nosti is called already. Ooh, Ton Anko cuts it back. Wants the Chitoi.
It's kind of one of those things whereby when you're hard stuck on committing for Chitoi, when you get these sorts of draws, you kind of think to yourself, should I have gone for it? Oh, Tenpai for Ozball, however. So is he going to Lychee for the Lychee Hakudora 1? He does go for it.
He chooses to Dama, presumably thinking that the 5-so was not going to come out, so he can only run the Haku. Is my guess at why they've decided to Dama this.
Possibly. Plus, as it gets later onto the hand and people start pushing, maybe they'll.
There's a Haku over there.
Oh,
yep, there
Haku is not cut by Miku. Miku seeing probably from his position, the fact that Haku has not been cut yet. Oh,
Nosti Tenpai.
Yep. Tenpai for the 3-6-so for Tanya Dora 2. If they can get a direct hit off of Ozball, this will make it a lot more fun.
Smogiri Richi.
Karagiri Richi. They take the 2-pin directly from inside their hand, and now they are Richi waiting for Haku 5-so for Richi Dora 1. Yeah, Richi Dora 1. If they hit the Haku, it's Richi Haku Dora 1. So let's count out the weights here, because
got deals in.
Very important deal in there. Tanya Dora direct hit off of first place. Gives them a higher chance of getting third place and puts Nosti into a fairly secure first position. Yeah, very good stuff.
Very unfortunate for Oz as well, though.
Oh yeah, very unfortunate for Oz, but this definitely plays into Dark Flame Cursed Totoro's hand a lot more. So, gosh, that name is very hard to try and say properly. But yeah, now we have a position where second and third are on equal amount of points, but they're both still about 22,000 points away from first place, which is brutal. Absolutely brutal.
At this position as well, where you only got one round left, that is going to be very difficult to catch up there. It's an interesting first discard from Osborne there, discarding the door straight away. Probably thinking, looking at Tampine at least.
Be thinking about Menpin Itsu as well. Probably just thinking, I can't really use the 1-pin, so I'll get rid of it before it gets me into trouble.
Yeah, it's quite a flexible shape actually.
Oh, Miku's got a little upgrade there.
Yep, Ishanten nice. For Ricci Pinfu Dora 2 needs the 6-9, so the 3-6 pin.
There's the other 6-pin there.
Unfortunately, didn't believe in the Sanzo. Hanchan 5 so fill for Nosti, very good progression through their hand. Yeah, very good. Ishanten for Ozbol as well, but Ozbol's forcing in that Shah, doesn't want to get themselves into any trouble with a Ricci. Full-mon fill for Forte. Makes the hand a little bit prettier. 1 pin is drawn. Ideal Ishanten for Miku.
It's an interesting 4-pin discard from Forte there.
Ooh,
he's probably committing to maybe I don't know actually. Oh, Tenpai.
Ricci and Tenpai for Oswald, waiting for the Shah 6-0 for Ricci only. Probably the Shah is a very vulnerable tile right now because it's one cut and it's very hard for any of these other players to use it.
And it's the only tile that Oz can really win from in the wall as well.
Yep, absolutely. And unless for whatever reason Nosti picks up a 3-0 and decides to get the 6-0. But yeah, it is very likely that Oz will just need to hope that someone we'll just need to hope that either can get it from the wall. They only need to hope that it's not in the dead wall, because if one of these players who are pushing ends up drawing it, they will probably cut it pretty quickly. That being said, are these players pushing is the question.
It doesn't look like Nosti's pushing.
Yeah, Nosti I think has folded out. Miku is kind of Mawashiing, choosing to go for the lower efficiency 8-so to make sure that they don't deal in, but still keep their hand Ishanten if they want to push it for Tenpai.
Forte's trying to keep the Sanshoku alive here.
7-man is offered. Tenpai there for Miku Ricci's, waiting for the 3-6 pin for Ricci Dora 2.
There's only 2 3-pins left. There's only 1 3-pin left.
Was that Forso Tanki?
Forso Tanki, yeah.
Immediate Oikake Ricci from Forte. Ricci Sanshoku waiting for the Forso Tanki. So we have West versus 3-6 pin versus Forso. Okay, Forso is dead in the wall.
Miku only has some pin left, and Osborne to Shah. Oh, there it is!
Alright. Shah is drawn first for Osborne. Ricci Tsumo no Ura, but 7-1-3. But raking in all those sticks is very important. Gives them a strong chance at first place. And wow, look at this hand already with a lot of action in it. We see that the south pairs are already mochi-mochi'd for Nosti and Osborne. Meaning that it's very likely that neither player will be able to take it from one another. Haku pair in Miku's hand, so if Haku ever gets offered, Miku can pot it off very cheaply and go for a faster Tenpai.
Will he take it? That's the question.
I think it depends on the play style. But yeah, I think Miku is more of that kind of player. Ooh, okay, Nosti getting themselves maybe a little bit of trouble. They do decide to pawn a 9-man because, as you say, now they have the Dora 2, so they're hoping they can pawn it and try to go Atazuke on the south, or go for Toy by pairing up the other stuff. But as we know, the souths are dead, so unless Oswald decides that they have enough confidence to get rid of the south, which could happen.
Oh, he has there's decision to make here. Could cut the 5-7 so actually. Yeah, that's more likelihood there.
Yep. 5-7 so, or even like a 7-pin drop if you know you're securing the the pair, but that's a bit too narrow. But yeah, no, 5-7 so it does make a lot of sense. Puts them to Ishanten for Richidora 1, and fairly importantly, they might be able to deny a hand from Nasty. Ooh, Naiman drawn.
Oh, is it got a card? Is it got a card?
Oh,
no, not yet.
Not instantly, but he's keeping it. The option is there.
Miku draws a nice 5-pin to improve his shape on that one.
Yep. Draws into
And Forte draws the Kansan here.
Forte might actually come from behind, especially because they might be able to get that 2-3-4 Sanshoku going. Tenpai.
I can see that allowed. I can see that Nossi denied the can there. I am very sad.
Yeah, I wanted the Vinchan sumo.
We see that Miku is now Tenpai for Haku only.
Yep, 5-8 mon. Ishanten improvement for Ozball. Ozball getting rid of the 7 mon though. Removing that Roundman, but fortunately for him, just not dealing into the 5-8 mon. So
I think it's also because he saw that there are no 9 months left and doesn't seem to think that the 6 months are coming out.
Yep. Fair enough. Two So's offered and skipped by Nasty because it'll put them into a no Yaku Tenpai. 5-8 mon, still 1 8-mon in the wall, I believe. Yep, still 1.
Yeah, 1 5-man as well, right?
Don't forget it's a red 5 too.
Oh, yep, 1 Aka 5 and 1 8-mon. Yeah. That could have been Sanshoku Doko. Chat if they kept the other 9 set for whatever reason. 6-pin is drawn by Forte, puts them into Ishanten for Tanyao, maybe Tanya Pinfu if they draw especially correctly.
Sawan, there's only 1 left, however, so it's going to be quite difficult to get that.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine with them.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. 2 mon.
2 mon here, yep, very nice. So now we only have 1 8-mon left for Miku. Yeah, everyone's hand is kind of taken in very awkward directions, unfortunately.
Yeah, they all seem to be stuck against each other.
On this. And it is offered, pawned by Nosti. Nosti now progressing their hands towards a very weird Ishanten because they know that they either need Toy or they need to be able to use the Nan, so they're probably looking for the best isolated tiles they can.
So there's still 1 left in the wall.
Oh, and a 5-mon cut for Oz dealing into Miku's 1,000 point hand. Haku only. Probably not too upset by that for Oz, but Oz didn't know that it was kind of a bluff in that they were waiting for Atazuke South.
I'm surprised by that discard, if I'm quite honest.
I think it was a caution because Oz had drawn the 3-mon, which is next to the tile that had recently been cut by the call, because it was a call 4-mon cut. And they know that, and they see that Nosti has an open door of 3, and so they're thinking, oh, I don't want to deal into that. Maybe they have some weird Yaku, like a Toy or something. And I don't know how live the 3-mon was, but maybe they did just...
Oh, 3-mon, they were only 2, I think they were 2 discarded already. That's why I was surprised by it.
Well,
or maybe I'm blind.
I'm not quite sure. I don't remember the board position, but yeah, that's all right. Okay, so nice 2-mon draw there for Forte. Could go for the 1-2-3 Sanshoku. Could even go for Itsu as well, keeping both options alive.
Miku is also Ishanten though for potentially the Ichidora 2. Shape-wise, if he draws a Khan 6-mon, that'd be the best one for him. Oh, Nasty, what a draw.
Ooh, doesn't take the south to make it a little bit faster. Oh, never mind. You just draw it yourself.
Yeah, just draw it yourself, lol.
Oh my god. Well, 7-pin draw. Very, very, very nice 7-pin draw. Could go for the Itsu now. No need to fill in the...
Oh. He's going for the
Junchan
Sanshoku.
Oh, okay.
Or Chanta Sanshoku, I guess. Oh, okay.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
Oh, Nosty's got a decision to make here. Is he going to go for the Tanya or the Pinfu? He's going for the latter.
Yep. Headless Ishan 10 there for Miku with the South Anko. Could cut the... Oh, wow. It is choosing to cut down for better shapes rather than go complete headless.
I actually agree with that kind of discard there. It does mean that depending on what you draw, you may have to throw away the red 5, but the shape for the Tenpai is actually much better.
It does often end you on a much better shape, so I do agree with that. But...
Oh, he decides to throw it away anyway, so this is an interesting move.
Throw it now before it gets really dangerous, I guess.
Yeah. I think that they know their weight is going to be in the Sozu or the Pinzu, and so they don't want to be able to they don't want to be forced to chase a Richi cutting the Yaka 5. Oh, that's an... Oh, maybe they'll even go for like Menhon. I'm trying to think about how you would even get Menhon. I guess you draw the 5, sir, cut the 7 pin, okay, that's gonna be weird. All right, let's see what happens. Tuso draw 4 Osbal, puts them into Ish. Oh, never mind. They're not willing to get rid of any of the Sozu nor the Pinzu, so they've decided to go back a Shanten to see if they can utilize that Forso.
Tanya push now for Nosti. Obviously looking to get speed up a little bit.
One pin
Tenpai here.
Draw. Puts Nosti into Tenpai, waiting for the Tuso 7-man Dama. Doesn't want to put their hand... Oh, wow. Oh my god.
Your prophecy has been fulfilled this time round, JK.
Yeah. So now...
So we got Nani, Meiko, Dora,
Miku,
1.
yeah, not Miku.
Oh my god. Deals it straight away.
Yeah, deals it straight away. Nani, Peiko, Dora, 1. 9,600 points to Miku, putting them into 2nd position. And unfortunately, throwing more dirt on Forte's grave here because they're going to need a monstrous dealership to make this work.
I can't remember. Was that 8-pin just drawn, or was it from his hand earlier?
It was from the hand.
From the hand.
Yep.
Yeah, it was from the hand.
Yep. Oh wow! Look at Miku picking up another really good hand here. Pinfu Dora 2, something like that. I think get a 4-man.
Yeah.
So we
2
are in,
red as well.
Yeah, South 3 Dora is the Haku. Well, South 3-1 rather. Dora is the Haku. Gosh, what's going on around here? Ishan 10 for Osbal.
Ishan 10 Osbal, but with the naked Dora alongside, however, so it's gonna be quite conscious. Oh, he takes it back.
Takes it back, probably figuring that they will either go for Tanyao if they'll have to force in the Tanyao value if they want to go for a Dora cut, maybe. Doesn't want to give away the Dora for free or something like that. Yeah.
Well, an unfortunate draw there for Nosti.
My eyes are only on Miku's hand, to be honest, because Miku's hand is scary.
Ooh, going towards Tanya.
Yeah, that
7-man draw.
Like,
7-man draw puts us into
yeah.
Ishanten for Pinfu. Size Richi only.
Oh, he's going for the aggressive approach here.
Wants to go for the open Tanya Dora 2. Yeah, just going for straightforward aggression.
Although, to be quite honest, did Archie actually improve his hand at all? I don't think he did.
No, not really.
No, not at all. Yeah, it actually kind of made his hand a little bit awkward. It almost just didn't. Yeah, it just didn't do anything. Yeah, you're right. I guess just calling for the. It could just be a misplay. It happens. So, whatever.
Yeah, can't use that.
Yeah, probably need to get rid of that cheaping again at some point, otherwise you'll end up 3d10. 40 managed to draw the last 7 pin there.
6 pin is shaved off by Miku. Miku put in Ishan 10 now for Tanya Dora 2. Still the same value, but progresses a little bit. Kanchan 3 pin weight here for Nosti. No Richi. only wants to sumo it themselves if they get there. So is cut. So it better Ishan 10 for Miku. Still 2 3-pins in the wall, so it's very likely that Nosti might be able to end Miku's dealership with a sumo only, which would be quite funny.
We have seen some of these before.
Yeah, it looks like Osbol is definitely not willing to cut that Haku.
Yeah. It's quite late in the hand as well, so I really doubt anyone's gonna.
Ooh, that's maybe tempting, however.
No take on the 3-man. Forte probably needs something a little bit heavier than Tanya only to make a comeback. 3-pin is drawn by Osbol. Osbol does not elect to cut it. It seems like they're just folding at this point. They don't really want to give anything away to Miku, who's shown aggressive opens, especially in the Pinzu blocks. Tenpai for Miku, waiting for the 3-6. Yep. So
6-0's dead. There's 2 3-0s left.
Yep. So we have 1 3-pin in the wall versus 2 6-0s in the wall, but sorry, not 2 6-0s, 2 3-0s in the wall, but if 3-pin comes out of Miku's hand, it cannot deal in, so that is a benefit.
Ooh, maybe a change of weight here, or is he gonna be more concerned about drawing that tile?
Oh, okay, 4-pin does come out.
Would Oswald cheat here for Tenpai?
Well, Oswald does not choose to cheat for Tenpai, not wanting to get rid of the 6-pin, I guess. Very sort of stand back conservative play from Oswald as we enter into the finals. Oh, 4-pin is offered again. Could cheat this time and maintain K10.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, and does decide to shoot.
Oh, he takes it?
Yep. So now Oswald is in Tenpai for this one. So we see Miku, Nosti, and Oswald Tenpai getting 1,000 points each, moving us along to South 3-2. Wow, Nosti wakes up with a very pretty hand. Wow, even like very pretty on Oswald's side here. Miku's pretty average, some good shapes, but also just pretty average overall. Yeah, the only person, as the theme of this Hanchan is the only person with the boring hands is Forte, who really is just not going to be able to do much with that. Well, okay, I shouldn't say definitely can't do much, but it's not likely that they're going to be able to do much with their hand compared to everyone else's.
I beg to differ slightly, because there is a pair of door over here.
Oh, right, yeah, Forte was the door. Yep, you're right.
Oh my goodness, Nosti, what on earth are you drawing here?
It's just the only issue is that that
Never mind.
That instantly that instantly catches up that Forte needed a really good draw, but they got that really good draw. That 3-man instantly makes their hand a monster. So not unlikely that that Forte will Tenpai very, very soon. And it might even be a battle between Nosti and Forte, and if we see a situation where like Forte hits Nosti for a Mangan, all of a sudden first place is within striking distance for everybody.
Yeah.
6-man moving towards the Chinitsu Honitsu. Oh my god. That's Ishan 10 for Men Hondura 1 if they choose not
to. But Forte has Tenpai DT for Pinfudor 2. Mangan at the very least.
Ooh, 8-man was offered, but not taken by Oswald. Oswald not wanting to cut the Aka 5-so into last place. A little bit surprising considering that you probably won't come last very often. Oh, okay, yeah. So it does look like Oswald is definitely not wanting to cut the 8-man. But still willing to push the 9-pin rather than the Easts. So it's a weird combination of both being in the hand and not in the hand at the same time for Oswald.
Oh my goodness, never mind. Look at that. Does that do anything? No.
Not really. Not with how Oswald has been playing. Oh, I thought Osborne has been playing it. It's okay. Well, that helps. Yeah. So it's like a maneuver around to try and yeah. So it's a maneuver around by Osborne to try and use the Arca 5 so rather than having to get rid of it.
But the Dora, come on.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think the option would have been taken earlier if possible, but yeah, it's very much a concede play here for Osborne by going through with this action. Not pushing in this hand means that it becomes very difficult for Osborne to be able to, it becomes very difficult for them to get first place. They can still get second place, but first place is definitely.
So I think probably what Osborne's thinking is that we're not exactly in danger of losing a gigantic lead at the moment, and so therefore don't want to risk anything on that one.
I think it could be that. It could be the rationale that like as long as they avoid last place, then they'll be fine. But the problem with that is that in the format that we play, it is top heavy Uma, so it is far more damaging when your direct competitor comes first and therefore catches up to you very quickly, right? Like we can already see that the score difference between Nosti and Osball is currently about 16,000, and then adding on the Oka is like 60 is like 40 20 like 66,000, you know, and that's already a 60-point gap in between. And if you can see that happening 4 times in a row, it, you know, a lot of damage can be done to your points.
Yes, but that's assuming that the 4 times in a row is going to happen.
Of course. Well, unfortunately for Forte, they weren't able to get that 3-6 mon, so they couldn't cash in their Ricci pin for Dora 2, but it is their dealership now. South 4-3. 3 Honba and 1 stick in the middle. Dora is the 5, so I see that Nosti is in a fairly safe first position. Miku could Mangan Sumo to try and get Nosti out of their placement, but it's not very likely. Already an Ishanten there for Osball. If they get the 8 so, they might be able to reach you for second place. Arca 5 so pick up for Nosti already puts 3 Dora inside of their hand, so they might even just not even worry too much about playing defensive for first place, but just full on charge for this Mangan hand that they're building. Forso offered and not taken by Forte, not wanting to go for the Honitsu given that they have 2 Raumans, which are fairly good shapes.
I'm interested in this card before the cheese or that. Make use of that Dora 5 so as much as possible here.
Fortune is dropped, which is given over to...
The Tanya battle commences.
Yep, we do see a battle here, but Nosti's got a very scary hand. Tanya Dora 4. 6-man draw. Very nice. Puts them into Ishan 10. Yeah, for... Puts them into Ishan 10 on needing the 1-4 so the 2-5 pin. Chi on the 7 so for Nosti. So Nosti is now 2 Shanten? I think 2 Shanten.
Still 2 Shanten, yes.
Yeah. Still 2 Shanten for Tanya Dora 3-4, something like that. Unless they draw like another 5 so, it's like it's Tanya Dora 3.
Like just that insult to injury. Like you're already first place. I'm just still gonna summon Honeyman against you. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
In before he draws the last 5 so.
Yeah, 7 so cut for Osball. Osball really is conceding this 3rd place. Tenpai here for Nosti, waiting for the 8-pin Tanki for Tanya Dora 3. If Miku deals in, they will lose their placement. Which would be very, very bad for Miku.
And Nosti's hand is so flexible for change as well.
1 8-pin is eaten up, so we only have 1 8-pin left in the wall for Nosti.
No, there's none left.
None left? 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes,
there's none left, yeah.
So, unless Miku cuts the 8-pin for whatever reason.
It's unlikely though.
Yeah, very, very unlikely. It's more. We're more likely to see drama if. Nosti switches as well, which he does.
Yeah.
So switches from the 8-pin to the 3/6-pin Nobe-tan. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Switches to the 2/5-pin. So
in case you didn't need any more Dora, here's another one.
Well, it keeps the value the same, so it's not too much of a worry. Tanya Dora 4. 5-pin, very vulnerable from Osborne's hand now.
Yeah.
But they could cut the 2. They could cut the 2
Wests.
Could cut to West, but they could also be thinking about that second place and wanting to Ricci on the 5-pin, which they do
decide
to do.
That's
In on the 5-pin to Tanya Dora 4. 8,000 point hand does not lose their third position. Does not. It just sustains the positioning. So we see that these are the final scores. Nosti in first place, Miku in second, Osborne in third, and Forte in last place. Let's see if we can't pull up Nosti for an interview. But yeah, very good job for Nosti, and that's a very, very important win because it will dramatically close the score gap between first and the other group. And this is like kind of the thing that's important, right? Is that the first place there was 100-point difference, and now you already have to look at that difference and think it's shrunk by a lot. Like that gap is no longer there. Like it's only like 100 points now, and that could be flipped over in a single Hanchan. Anyways, we do have Nosti in the call right now. Welcome, Nosti. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
You want to throw your log in there, buddy, so that I can so that we can talk about the Hanchan?
Just give me 1 sec.
Yep, all good.
No worries.
All right, thank you very much. But yeah, before we get into it, was there anything you wanted to comment about in the Hanchan? How did you feel about the game? Any moments that you were particularly excited to share?
I'd say I ate quite a bit of tacos before the match. I think that gave me a lot of flow.
Okay.
Yeah, and then afterwards, I received some flow from Gudetama and AKTK cheering me on, and I think that really made the difference in the game.
Okay. Fair enough.
Nice.
I don't really know what to think, because there were a lot of hands which more so played themselves straightforwardly. I guess the big one was the Dora 3 push where you went hard Altozuke on the Souths. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's a bit of a seesaw there.
I think it was one of the Yokokus, right? It was I think I can't remember.
I think it's when Miku won. I think Miku won with 9-6. I think.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah, cool. But yeah, so no, that's not it.
No, it's not.
Oh, this is it. Yeah. Oh.
This is it.
Yeah. So give us your thoughts on this. Like you are putting your hand in a decent amount of risk by doing this, but did you think that you'd be able to psychologically cave in your opponents?
Yeah, like I typically quite like to play open hands, so basically I just took the first pawn there is, and then I had two Doras in hand, and it's basically a Mangang hand, so yeah. There is a possibility, of course. Now I see that Osborne has the 2 souths. He might fold and get scared and then throw the south to me or something like that. But even if he didn't have the souths, whoever draws the south basically has to throw a right if they want to win. So yeah, I wasn't in any danger, I think. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that presumes that you don't get screwed on the south, which becomes more and more likely as the Hanchan goes on. But completely fair enough.
Yeah. The Forte has to Ricci here, basically, so he's not going to... If he Ricci's, I throw the south. And then Miku doesn't really have a big hand. So, like, he's a really aggressive player and opens, like, just like me with, like, 1,000, 2,000 point hands. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Completely fair enough. Well, other than that, though, getting all those wins, especially that very, very big Hanuman direct hit off of Forte in South 1 was very important, sort of like establishing your lead, and you just sort of kept up your lead, especially when you got into South 4 and you had this very awkward point gap between you and everybody. It probably allowed you to play a little bit more creatively with the Tanyao, so I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Thanks.
Yep. So you got before we send you off, any fighting words for your team as you enter into the final 3 Hanchans? It's a very, very important lead. It closed the gap between Atsuki and Daphne Coach Totoro from, I think, about 250 to 150 in one Hanchan. So that's very, very important. How are you guys feeling for the weekend?
Yeah, we just need to keep our momentum up. So this is only the start. We are, I've announced publicly we're aiming for first. So
Yep.
Good Atama, Ian. You've actually got to. If you don't get first, same thing. You're going to get punished.
So anyway, all we need to do now is just put the commentary otherwise and just hex it on the others, and that'll work, right?
Yeah, we've done it once before. We'll do it again.
Oh my gosh. Well, good luck to your team. Hopefully we'll see you again on the commentary desk. But yeah, good luck for the weekend, and we'll see how these final series ends up. Thank you so much for weighing in on your opinions.
Okay, thanks so much.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
Thank you. See ya.
So we actually almost hit bang onto the o'clocks. So the next games should be. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm starting the next set of games. Okay.
Hey,
we're gonna be right back. We're gonna be right back. We'll start up the games. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
see ya.
Hello, welcome back to the stream. We are entering into the final Hanchan of the day, Hanchan 6. Yeah, and it's gonna be a good one. We did see that the Darkflame Cursed Totoro took a fairly nice first place and created a huge jump in allowing them to that first makes their chances of being first overall a lot more. Alright, there we go. Alright, so East 1. East 1. No, ignore that. Let's ignore that. Alright, we're getting into it. East 1. No visa from Water and the Fire in the East seat. Miku from Powerpuff Boys in the South seat. Jeff Orange from Atasuki in the West seat. And Wallaby from Darkflame Cursed Totoro in the North seat. Dora is the 3-pin. And we already see West Pod followed by an East Pod for No Visa, now currently in Ishan 10 for Double East. A little bit smaller than one would expect, but this is, pushing your hand forward, allowing yourself to redraw and, get a better tempai maybe some of the time, hopefully.
Yeah, this looks like just a really quick hand just to get things going and just end it quickly, continue the dealership.
Although unfortunately, it looks like Jaff is already catching up with an Liangshan down over there.
Yep.
Oh, Canton. Is he gonna go for it?
Canton?
Oh,
No,
no!
No.
Very, very surprising play from No Visa, considering that if we think about Water and the Fire's position, they were last overall at the start of the day. So they're in a little bit of a struggle right now. So the fact they didn't decide to do that is quite surprising. 7-so is offered to No Visa, does not take it. Now Tempai waiting for the 2-5 man for double ton only.
Really insistent on the quick win here, whilst trying to prevent anyone else from catching up there.
Yep. Yeah, so probably didn't want to end up on an awkward Tenpai, hence why they chose not to pawn it. Ishan 10 for Jaff Orange. Oh, Tenpai for Jaff Orange. Do they reach yet?
Each.
Yep, Ricci from Jaff Orange, waiting for the 2-man Haku. 2 Hakus in the wall, and that is the big weight. And I can't see Novisa not getting themselves into a little bit of trouble if they draw the Haku. All right, Novisa switching their weight to a 4-7-man 7-so. Which does deal. Unfortunately, 4-man does deal into double ton only. So a nice point gain for Novisa. Moving into East 1-1. Dora is the 8-so. Novisa picking up a pretty nifty hand, to be honest. Pretty nifty.
There's 1 Dora in Wallaby's hand. Or 2 Dora, actually. You can see the red 5 initially.
Oh, that double tone pair draw there was actually quite crucial there. And it immediately rewarded with that pawn there.
So we can kind of... Yeah. Now we see that the Dora is drawn from Novisa, and Novisa's hand suddenly spiked in value quite a bit. Double ton Dora 1 is 5,800, which is a pretty like nice hand to have overall. Definitely worth pushing in. And now they're in Ishan 10 for that double East Dora 1. Looking around the board and seeing other people catch up, Miku has got a lot of awkward shapes in their hand. Tenpai here for Novisa.
Tenpai already.
Yep, Hanchans 7-so. Double ton Dora 1.
Only one 7-so left, however, so is he going to draw it? Imagine.
Well, we have some like more auxiliary questions to ask ourselves, right? Like if, say, Jaff Orange draws the 7-so, will they keep it? Or will they force in its usage? It really... Oh, wow. 4-man draw from Jaff Orange. That's a huge draw. Ooh, Haku is given away.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, Tenpai for the 5-8 pin for Haku Dora 1. 5, 2, 3, 5 weights left in the wall versus the 0 left in the wall since it was drawn by Miku. But Miku might be in a lot of trouble here, especially since Miku is a fairly greedy player. If they draw the 8-so, I can see them cutting that 7-so very quickly.
Yeah, and there's still 1 8-so left in the wall, so there is a chance.
Yep, absolutely. But
well, that 8-pin is looking very vulnerable there from Wallaby, though.
Tenpai for Miku, waiting for the Penchan 7-man. No Yaku, but doesn't want to risk their hand on a Penchan only. Yeah, 8-pin dealing from Wallaby, dealing into Jaffa Oranges. Haku Dora 1, 2,300, moving on the dealership and gaining a few points, you know, not bad at all. Moving to East 2, Dora's the 2-man, and wow, let's have a look at Miku's hand. 2 Dora, completed melds everywhere. I think Miku's hand is very, very far ahead right now. Especially if you look around, the only person who's probably even a little bit close is Novisa. Wow, 2 Dora? Oh god, Miku, stop. Well, okay, time to hex, Forso.
You need to give it more feel to it.
More feel? Okay. Look. Yep. I won't focus too much on it, but like a Forso draw would be absolutely amazing.
5-man
could cut the 5.
Or could go for Sanchoku here.
You got a decision to make though.
Yeah.
What are you gonna pick?
Yeah, could go for the 3-4-5 Sanchoku. Cuts the 9-pin. Wow. Choosing to go for try to include as much of the Dora as possible while not getting rid of the good shapes in case they draw the 1-so. So giving up direct speed for sort of value and for value. Actually, it's just value.
I think it's more of the double value that you could potentially get. So because you upgrade your hand to Tanya and you attempt to keep the Dora as well.
I agree with that. 7-so draw for Wallaby, puts him into Ishan 10. 1-man draw.
Yogi's also.
Wait, another Ishan 10. 7-man. Could cut the 2-man Dora and be Ishan 10 for Tanya Dora 2. No, does not choose. Okay. Chooses
Okay,
again to play absolutely greedy, wanting to keep every single Dora and go for the dealer Mangan.
Can't really say I agree to that one, considering that he is currently the dealer, and you want to take advantage of winning as quickly as you can, and the hand that you get is just a bonus. So love to see how this goes.
I think that it probably matches more towards sort of a play style where you want to do it in fewer bullets. So like,
yeah,
if you get rid of the Dora, your hand probably becomes 5,800 or even sometimes 2,900, which is a little bit sad. But if you can get this hand to work, you might be able to do this in one bullet, especially if that 2-man comes out. Oh my god. Pond? Yeah, alright, Pond. Now Miku in the solid Tanyao Dora 4 2 Shan 10. But is also going to be showing a lot of fear on the board for the other players. 6-man draw.
Ooh,
now.
Ishan 10 now.
Yep. Round Kanchan Ishan 10. 6 or is that Tenpai? No, it's not Tenpai.
No, it's not yet.
Yeah.
There's only one 4-pin out on the field, so Sanchoku could be a chance here for Miku as well. To make it,
yeah.
Is that a Hanuman?
Yeah, it would be a Hanuman. Tanyao Sanshoku Dora 4. Oh, no, they're choosing not to keep that chance open, wanting to go for keep the 6-man 7-pin and have the ability to pawn off any of the vulnerable 6-man 7-pins.
That's fair. I think Mangan is still quite a significant amount of points at this point.
Yeah. I would say that, like, I think you guys raise a valid point in that you don't actually lower your Ukeire all that much when you leave the Sanshoku chance open. So, but, like, it's quite a lengthy amount of value if you can get that 4-pin, since it's guaranteed Sanshoku, no matter how you get into if you don't Tenpai on the Kanchan 6-pin. So, there is a valid argument to keeping the 3-5-7-pin shape. 5 so draw for Visa, puts him to a very nice ideal Ishan 10. 8 so is offered. Yep, offer.
Oh, actually, it might be offered to Wallaby actually for. Oh, never mind.
Never mind. Not Tenpai. No, not Tenpai, not quite yet. Chi for. Oh crap! That's a good Tenpai. Goodness. Kanchan 6-pin Tenpai for Miku. Unfortunately, none of them are left in the wall, but that Tadashi 7-pin will induce a fold from Jaffa Orange.
Oh. No, I don't think it's... Yeah.
Oh, and 7-so is dropped, and Jaffa Orange is going to see that you kind of throw away his Tenpai for no reason. Alright,
oh, there's a K10 over here.
Yep, it's not even K10.
It's not K10. It's not K10. Sorry.
Yeah. Tenpai 2 5-pin for Tanyao Dora 1, and yep, so we do enter into Ryukyoku with Miku and Wallaby as the only people in Tenpai, and we're going to immediately basically even out the scores. Going into South 2-1, Dora is the Hatsu, already a pair of Hatsus for Wallaby. Very, very, very good. It's just about if they'll be able to get it off, and I feel like it either happens now or not at all for Visa, because either Visa will get rid of it early, hoping that no one pawns it, which, you know, a pawn will happen, but they hope that no one pawns it, or they just won't cut it at all for the risk of someone else pawning it while they don't have that much value in their hand. So,
Jaff's got a very scary hand looking here because he's got a guaranteed Sanshoku over there, Ishan 10.
I think it's only scary if they force in the Menzen though, right? If they get a 2-man from Miku, they can chi it and just go for a Sanshoku only. Sorry, Sanshoku only for 1,000 points. I think the scarier hand is Miku.
Sorry, go on, James.
No. Nothing. I think this is just a much scarier hand for Miku.
Oh, Miku's. Okay,
Yeah,
I was looking more at Jaff Oranges and thinking the 2-man draw would be pin for as well.
Oh.
Yeah, a
okay.
2-man draw. Yep, so Hatsu is offered by Jaffa Orange, and it gives Wallaby a pawn Dora 3, and now each of the players are probably scrambling to see if they can finish a hand as fast as possible so that Wallaby doesn't win this. Because taking a Mangan Sumo right now would hurt Miku a lot, but it would hurt every one of these teams quite a bit because they probably want to... Oh, okay.
Oh, Tenpai.
Yep,
Taki
Tenpai.
Sanzo.
Waiting on the 3-so.
Sanzo
Praise
gods.
be. Praise be. Yep, but very good Tenpai here for Wallaby. 3-so Tanki for Hatsu Dora 3. And 2 in the wall is a very, very good sumo odds this early on. Tenpai for Miku, went for the Kanchan 4-man for Richi
Completely
Tanyao.
ignoring. Wow.
Yep, Richi Tanyao Dora 1. Very likely they're completely ignoring it because they want that first place. You know, they're not messing around here, right? They're not trying to figure out. You know, they're not worried about if they'll get last place. They just want that first place, and it's very important that they lean that pressure on Wallaby. If Wallaby doesn't need the 4-man, they push it into a 7-7.
No, it's not.
It's not. 1 pin, 5-so. Okay. Oh, very nice. Very important 4-man sumo. Reached sumo Tanya Dora 1. Already a Mangan. No Uradora, but that...
Once?
Yeah, that huge Mangan sumo launches Miku right into the lead. And very importantly, it denies Wallaby's hand.
Yeah. Once again, no Ura.
North is pawned off by no visa, going for a faster north-only hand to try and shut out Miku's dealership. And we can see them calling it down, going down to this Kutsuki Ishan 10. Miku's got some... Oh, Tenpai. Nice.
Tenpai.
Very fast.
Very, very fast. You know, by far the earliest Tenpai here. Jaffa seems to want to keep pace. So calling down for a Tanyao only. And yeah, these two players, both Jaffa and Visa, are playing this sort of shot down hand very, very aggressively. Not much value, and even on Jaffa's end, not much speed. There's quite a few things that they need to go right for them before they can get this Tanyao to get off, but they seem to be going in that direction.
Be interesting to see if Miku can catch up now. Slightly better looking Ishan 10 for Jaffa now.
Dora draw. Dora is cut immediately.
Roundman
upgrade.
A better Tenpai.
Yep, waiting for the 4-7-7.
From everyone's hands, though.
Pin. Tenpai for Jaffa, waiting for the 3-6-0 for Tanya only. So we have 4-7-0 for Pei only, 3-6-0 for Tanya only, and Ishan 10 for Tanya Dora 1 on our right here.
Dora 2. There's
Dora 2?
Two
Oh, yeah, sorry, Dora 2, yeah.
So, there's only 1 4-so left, 2 7-sos left. Now Novisa decides not to take that. And there's 1 3-so left and 2 6-sos, so similar weights all around.
Oh.
9-pin draw does Tenpai Wallaby, now waiting for the 4-7-pin 8-man. Wow, what a spicy hand going on here. Ooh, Jaffa.
And surprisingly, there are 2 left in the wall for the 8-man.
7-man draw for Jaffa. Jaffa pushes, not much to fold with. 7-man.
Oh, there we go!
Sorry.
Think of it this way, it saved Wallaby.
Yeah.
Only by a little bit, though.
Only by a little bit, but very nice 3-so sumo for Jaffa Orange, you know. Tanya only, but showing down that dealership. Pei is pawned off immediately by Miku. So Miku wanting to shut this hand down. Haku is pawned off. So it looks like Visa is also probably playing a little bit shut down. You can't really see the direct value in the hand. Yeah, these players definitely going for something really fast. 2-pin is ooh, 2-pin chi.
Jaff. He's really insistent. Oh, actually, no. I can see a Sanshoku there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, it's a 2-3-4 Sanshoku push, but it's very spicy, all things considering. That is quite a few tiles. You need the 3-man and the 3-so, and you need the 7-man to fill out the 8-9-man shape, unless you can upgrade out of it. So
it's a lot to ask, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot to ask, but that's the direction they've chosen with their hand.
Novisa's now got a toy potential. That's alright. I cut you off there, Hiway.
No, it's alright. I was about to say exactly the same thing.
Hatsu?
Hatsu's probably gonna drop now, right?
Yeah.
Unless Jaffa... No, Jaffa delays it for a turn.
Oh.
4-so. Alright, ever closer. Hatsu is offered, pond off. Jaffa now in Ishanten for Hatsu, Haku, Toy, Dora 1. Mm. 6-pin is offered. Tempo, waiting for the 2-5-so. For pay only. So we have 2-5-so pay only versus Ishanten for Haku, Hatsu, Toy. Versus Jaffa Orange.
Oh yeah, that's gonna deal in.
I think it's gonna deal in. It's a small hand, but Jaff has indicated this is the direction in which they want to take, unless they cut the 4. Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Okay, definitely not willing to cut the 5. So and Tempai here for Novi. Oh wow! Oh my gosh!
Goodness me!
What the?
He's been rewarded by such. Oh, he may have considered that he wanted to commit Tanyao, maybe.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
6-so Tsumo, Yaku, Toy, Dora 1, 2,000, 4,000. Very big Oyakabri for Jaffa Orange to eat, and very important to have Novisa to take, because it launches him up to being competitive for first place. Alright, so as we enter into East 4, Dora is the 6 bamboo.
Jaffa Orange already Ishanten. A very nasty looking hand too. 5-8-man shape. Oh, Tempai.
Ooh, Tempai. Does Richi Tanya Dora 1, waiting on the 5-8-man. Unfortunately, all the 5-mans are already dead. There's still 3-8-mans in the wall. Not bad.
The red 5 could come out of Novisa's hand if they push, but I doubt it.
Novisa would have to play very aggressively to push this hand. Okay. So now it's a question of, like, if they draw a 7-man, will they end up pushing in this Tempai? No, it doesn't really seem
probably
like
not.
Yeah, so, yep, so at the mercy of probably the 3 8-mans left in the wall. 2 8-mans left in the wall, correction. But it does seem like everyone's just folding.
Could just eat up all the weights instead. I guess that would.
It does.
True.
It does. So, yeah, so East 4. 6-pin drawn. 9-man is cut, marginally safe.
It's better than what they had in the rest of the hand, I guess.
Chuns are okay if you have a pair of them, honestly. They just deal into a little bit heavier than you probably would like, but they're not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay, Wallaby decides to try and shut that hand down.
Also, making a play to sustain their dealership a little bit. They don't really want to completely give up on their dealership. Alright, 8-man. 8-man is given to Jaff Orange, so reach Tanya Dora 1. For now. No Ura, but 5,200 points, and unfortunately, for Jaff, for Wallaby, it sort of definitely plants their team, their position in this Hanchan a little bit further last. But overall, it's definitely not unrecoverable. It's only 5,200, and Mangan Sumo will already catch you up on the gap, most of that gap. So 6-pin draw for Novisa, good gods. It's like a completed Ipeiko Dora 2. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Could be Tanyao, could be a lot of things, really. 2-pin draw. Already an Ishan 10 for... Oh my gosh. What's the best draw?
Could be 3-man.
That's not bad as well.
That's not
That's not
bad.
bad either.
Yeah.
Got many
now-
opportunities for either Pihu Ibeko or Chitoi Tanyao. Oh
Yeah.
goodness me, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, there are a lot of different hands that this hand could go to, but the common thread behind all of them is they're all expensive. They're all really, really expensive. 9-pin draw is cut.
Yeah.
1 man is Ishan 10 there for Miku. Miku deciding if they want to get rid of the Dora. Or the 3-pin.
Or for the time, yeah.
Does cut the 3-pin, yeah.
Looking at this, as it happens, all the 4 pins are gone, so it's a bit more difficult to go for the standard Pihu weight now.
6-man Anko draw for Wallaby puts them into Ishan 10 for Richidoro 1. 5-man draw.
Go for the 9-man out. Oh, go for the cheap pin.
7-pin. 1-pin. Very, very nice draw. Now...
No, he has... Which one would he decide to go for?
Decides to reach you waiting for the Pensanman because of the early 6-man card. Exactly. Early Suji trap here. We'll see how hard these players do fall for. Generally speaking, the 3 Sujis, like the 3s or the 7 Sujis, is a lot weaker, but the important thing here is that a lot of these players have some fairly competitive hands. Well, maybe not that competitive. A little bit, just a tiny bit competitive, right? So
just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So we're gonna see if these players decide to go for aggression on the Suji or not. Yeah. 7-man draw. How far is Miku pushing this hand? Alright, not really wanting to cut the 6-8 pin, but still using that early 6-man as information to maybe indicate that the 8-man or 7-man is a little bit safer than usual. Presumably that's why the 7 or 8-man had come out. Is that... No, it's still a Shanten.
No, it's doing Shanten. It's a bit... Hands a little bit awkward on that side. Oh, ooh, catch up there.
What a powerful draw. 7-pin draw is very important. Puts Miku into a Ramen Tenpai 4-7 so for Richidoro 1. Yeah, now we have a shootout. How many 3-mans are there left? 1, 2, 3. There are 3-mans in the wall.
All the 7s are still left.
Yep. However, the big advantage is that the 3-man... Okay. The 3-man was Genbutsu to Miku, and it was Suji to Novisa, so it puts the 3-man in a very vulnerable position if a player has no more safe tiles, especially also if you have a pair. So I think Wallaby could have been in a lot of trouble, but Miku ends up sumoing the 4-so. I think it was like Reach Sumo Dora 1 or something like that. Maybe Reach Sumo Dora Ura.
No, Ura didn't hit yet again.
Yep. So, yeah, but it's still a nice sumo. Throws them into the first place. Small, almost 10,000 point buffer, but not bad at all. 1, 2, 3 San Shoku chance there for Jaffa, but they will have to get rid of the 4-pin if they want that. Ishan 10 here for Wallaby on something a little bit cheap, but if they draw that 8-pin, Richi Pinfu is probably fine to settle for.
It closes the point gap a little bit, I guess.
They got their dealership coming up as well, so trying to close that as much as they can beforehand would be quite useful for them.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Red 5 was drawn there. Decides to abandon the Sanshoku chance there to keep the red 5.
Yep. Wait. What Sanshoku?
Sorry, I am an idiot.
It's okay. It's all good. Better Ishan 10 here for Miku. Now can draw a few more extra tiles for it. No Visa also in two Shanten. Now Ishan 10. Bit of an awkward wait, but the opportunity to shut down Miku's dealership and maintain a very slight point deficit is pretty important, especially if you want to try and go for that first place. Alright. Now we've got an extended Kanchan Shabo Ishan 10.
Oh, that.
Oh, 10
Oh,
pie.
goodness me.
Oh
Tanya
dear.
Dora
dear.
for 32.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go for it.
Yep. Tanya Dora for 4, 8, 10. It'll be 40 on the dot, I think. So,
yeah, 5,200 at least.
5,200, yeah. Sumo will bring it up to 1326 though. No, sorry, 1632. No.
1326.
1326. Wait, what? Reach Sumo. Oh yeah, there's some fun. Yeah.
Forget
Sumo
the
will bring
men's
up
and
to
Sumo
Sumo.
there.
Yeah. I thought it was just
it wasn't
Tanya
Yaku.
for whatever reason. You're right. Yeah. So
There is only one left, though. No, actually, no. All the 3 months are dead.
all 3 months. Okay. Yep. All 3 months are no longer in the wall. So it will have to come out of a player's hand if they do decide to go for it.
I can't see it coming out of anyone's hand, unfortunately. It seems to be quite embedded in everyone's hands here.
See that Miku's back to Shantan now. Now, is Miku going to push his hand?
No, doesn't seem like it.
No,
Miku is conceding.
Doesn't seem like it.
5, so draw puts Jaffa into Tenpai. And they do
Throwing a red 5, nice.
Oh wait, it's not live. It's not live.
Not live. It's Genbutsu. In fact, it's the more conservative play because they did decide to.
Oh dear.
Reach Tanya Dora, 5,200. Nice. All right.
Again, no Una hit.
So we do enter into South 3. Hatsu is the door, and another Hatsu pair for Wallaby. A very, very important one. And I wonder if they'll be able to snipe that Hatsu turn 1 from Miku. If Miku decides to get rid of it early, and they do, so giving away the Hatsu pair.
Almost as if you knew that Miku's going to throw it out that early.
It very much fits his playstyle, because if you sort of look at his hand, it's not inefficient, closed, and it's not like lacking in some sort of value. So Miku probably wants to cut it early to try and avoid the higher odds of someone pawning it off, but it just so happens someone had a pair early on. So Tenpai early for Wallaby, waiting for 3/6er Hatsu Dora 3. We see they've killed 3 of their own weights, and there's 3 3-sos in Miku's hand, so we have 2 weights left in the wall.
No, there's only 1 left because the last 6 is in Miku's hand.
Yep, so 1 3-so left in the wall, but you only need 1 tile. 3-so is also 3-so is also fairly easily used by a lot of these players. So 3-so fits into Visa's hand. 3-so kind of fits into Miku's hand a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. And 3-so kind of fits into
change of hand now.
Okay, changing their hand. So drawing the 4-so and realizing that they're so behind, they really want to go for this Haneman. So Toy Hatsu Dora-san will be a Haneman. And also that west weight is very, very strong. If any of these other players want to push, they will have to cut the west. Like 100% they will have to cut the west.
It might come out here.
No, not for now.
They draw 3-so or 8-so, though, they might push it.
Yes, I agree with that. I think they may push it because they might want to go for first place, and oddly enough, they will just deal in, which would suck a lot for them. So, still 2 weights left. 1 4-so and 1 Sha. Where are they? Where could they possibly be? Oh, Sha is paired off in Visa's hand, and now Visa can cut the 2 norths, killing off that weight, and now there's only 1 4-so left for Wallaby to win on.
This is so exciting. The red 5 pin probably going to set stat back a little bit there.
4 pin off it can be taken, and Jaffa does take it, waiting for the 3 6 pin 7-1 for Tanya only. Hatsu is canned. So now we have
immediately too.
Hatsu. So adding an extra Dora, but I don't think that changes the value because it goes from 6 to 7. Hatsu Toy Toy. Oh, unfortunately.
Oh, that deals in
Hatsu
unfortunately.
Toy Toy Dora Yon. Yeah, so it's just a Hanuman still. But it doesn't really matter because the 3-pin does deal into Jaffa Orange, shutting out that monster hand and moving us forward to South 3-1. Very importantly, for Jaffa, Wallaby does not win that hand and put them in threat of last place. South Pond off early for Miku. Miku going for a shutdown hand. Trying to shut, definitely, you know, not that they know it, but Visa picking up an absolute monster with 3 Dora and some very nice shapes in the middle. So if this shutdown hand goes according to plan, it will get rid of this opportunity for Visa.
On the other hand, Jaffa's Ishan 10 after joining the Uncle Tong. Look at that. Look at that
Tenpai! Waiting for the 4-man Tanki, but probably trying to look for a little bit of a better weight. See if they can pick up. Well, there's so many tiles to get a better weight.
Well, any of the Sozu basically, I think, except for one So maybe.
A lot of the Sozu 6-9 man works too. Even at Aka 5 man, and then you Richi cutting the ton, like that works too. Oh, I guess you can't draw the Aka 5 man, but drawing a normal 5 man, going for Richi Dora 2 is probably fine.
It all depends on if Jaffa wants to go for the keep the silent weight at the moment.
Oh, round
6 to 6-9. Is he going to reach you on that one?
Yep, and he does decide to reach you on that. Absolutely. So, Richi, Ton, Dora 1. Sumo will be a Mangan. Directed is only 7,700, I think. Yes, only 7,700.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 9-man discard is going to be quite tempting for some of them, considering the 8-man was already discarded earlier in the first row.
I agree with that. I think it might be very effective on Miku, because Miku also looks for a lot of Sotogawa. So, and also like they're trying to push their hand forward. So, if Miku is looking for some way to push their hand forward, they may just trust the 9-man as early information.
Got a decision to make here now.
Ooh, doesn't matter.
Oh,
does
there we go.
Reach Sumo Ton Dora 1.
Come on, Ura.
No,
No,
for Ura, but
we have not seen any so far.
No Ura, but hey, fortunately for Jaffa, that 4K all will just launch them straight up to first place. So very, very nice first place position here for Jaffa. Not very safe, but definitely, you know, like a first place compared to not being first place kind of thing. So nothing too much.
Like at least they have the chance to taste that kind of victory at the moment.
Exactly. Yep. Unfortunately, Wallaby's definitely been left behind in the dust here. On negative 400 points, they're going to need quite the dealer streak if they're going to come back from this one.
Have we seen this before?
Yes, we have seen this before. I'm not saying it's impossible, but we have seen it before.
Tenpai for Wallaby.
So draw Dharma. I think they're trying to wait out the 4-so draw. Because they're so far behind, they want to see if they can do it. 6-man passed! 6-man is passed as a win by Wallaby. Wallaby saying that Pinfu only is too cheap for them. But they did Sumogiri Richi the next turn? So, okay.
Are they trying to tempt that 6-man to come out now?
Oh, so like, you know, I didn't win on the 6-man, so clearly I can't win on the 6-man kind of thing.
Nah, I don't think they'll fall for it that easily.
But yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's one 3-man left in the wall for Richi Pinfu.
1, 7. So sorry, one 3-man. Yeah, only 1 3-man left. Sorry, I was reading the completely wrong weight.
No, good. No, it should be only 1 3-man left.
Yeah, we can see Jaffa concedes that hand there.
Yep, Jaffa conceding the hand. It looks like... no, Visa could also be slightly conceding the hand. Oh, actually no, not with that 3-so push, but their hand is kind of difficult to push in properly. As pretty as it looks, it's a little bit far away. Ishanten for Miku.
Need to get at least 2 4-mans to make it very effective.
That's quite a that's quite a tall order. Alright, Tenpai for Miku, waiting for the Kanchan 2-man, no Yaku, so will not be able to run off of anyone, but Sumo Dora 1 would be very, very nice. And they probably don't want to deal completely live into Wallaby. That's my guess. Alright, push here for no Visa.
Push there.
Yep, very powerful push here, but definitely wanting to lean in their position because they've got a very pretty hand. You know, Ipeiko, Tanyao, Dora 1. If they can win it, they'd probably be in a very good position for first place in South 4. Even taking like Tenpai payments would be pretty important. So Shompai, Miku. Will Miku push in their K10?
No. Decides against it.
So they're still floating for a turn. They can take a 2-man if they decided. They can take a 2-man if it gets offered to them again and go for K10. Or they can even take a 4-man if a 4-man gets offered to them. 4-man offered here though, not taken.
Doesn't change their hand. So no Visa has one more chance to get Tenpai and does not.
So we do go to Ryukyoku. South 4-3. Yeah, South 4-3. One Rishi stick in the middle, and now it's just a matter of, well, everyone has a, like sort of well, it's very natural that everyone has their own goals. Wallaby just wants to win as much as possible. Miku wants to win a very slight hand, so we can see that the point gap is 4,300, I think, to Jaffa.
Yeah, 4,300.
So 4,300, removing the 1,900 in the middle is 3,400. Sorry, 2,400.
No, 2,400.
Yeah, 2,400, and so that can be achieved through a lot of different ways. Even like Tanyao Dora Sumo, like open would work. Reach Pinfoot Sumo would work. There's quite a few hands that can get there. No Visa
as well.
Oh yeah, Ipeiko works too, like Sumo Pinfu Ipeiko. No Visa has a bit more of a road ahead of him, but not by much. Mangan Sumo should be able to do it. Even a 1-3-2-6 should be able to do it. So they can go for like a reached Sumo Pinfu Dora 1 to try to end in the first place. I think the absolute is that Miku and No Visa will craft hands that can get them to that first place. However, Jaffa is very fast right now.
But so is Wallaby, don't forget.
Wallaby is Ishanten here.
Ishanten for quite a flexible hand, actually. Everyone's hand is actually going quite smoothly. I think the slowest one is actually Miku at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, Tenpai for Jaffa.
For the
Dama for 5-8.
For Tanyao Pinfu Dora 2, big Mangan.
Can switch it to
Ipeiko. Okay, does not choose to do it. But they could switch it so that if they sumo the 5-man, they would have a Haneman sumo. So that's a spicy one.
Tenpai for County Pin for Wallaby.
Carton 7-pin Tenpai for Wallaby. Richi
Two
Dora
left.
2, and then an instant Oikake Richi by No Visa, waiting for the 3-6-man for Richi Pinfu Dora 1. Now we've got a little bit of fight on our hands.
Oh goodness. So No Visa has only one out. That's the last one there. But that's a 10.
No, I think that's still Ishanten for Miku. Since Miku cut the 1, so I think it's still Ishanten.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
It's not 2 times after phone. Yeah.
So 8 so is drawn by Jaff, and Jaff has to decide whether or not to push it.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous. Dora Soba has a lot of danger factors, and they just have to fold. Ooh, 7-pin deal in. No! Deals into Ricci Dora 3, and that is a very big hand to deal. Ura 2!
Our first Ura!
Our first set of Ura, and it's a pair of Ura Dora, and that is going to be very important because now Wallaby can go for that first place.
What a turn of events we're seeing here.
Yeah, that's a really, really big deal. It puts Sets No Visa last. It puts Wallaby in not last position, which would mean that even if they don't come first today, they probably are still very, very viable to come first overall, because taking a very minor third place is very, very preferable to taking such a brutal last place.
Wallaby could be channeling Nosty's words from earlier.
if you lose, you're going to get punished.
Yeah, probably suddenly realise that and suddenly, okay, I've got to score now.
Alright, so we see that Miku is heading towards maybe a Ricci Tanyao Tsumo, or even like a Ricci Tanyao to try and... actually, Ricci Tanyao run off of somebody else is 2-6 plus 1, 2, 3, 8. Is not enough. So,
still not quite enough.
Yeah, so we'll need like a Pinfu or something like that.
Well, just draw the 7-pin and you're done, right?
oh yeah. Just draw it.
Let's draw it. There's 2 left in the wall, so this is a good juggle. Tenpai. Although, will he take it though?
Yeah. They do decide to take the Tenpai. Chitoi only, and now we've got to figure out what is Visa's plan here. They probably want to see if they can get a... Like
the door is Dora's gone.
Yeah, Dora is dead at this point, so a convenient path to Tenpai is not feasible at all. Chi on the 2 serve for Jaffa puts him to Ishan 10 for Haku only, but we'll need to get that Haku. 5 man. No.
Not that useful.
Yeah, not useful at all.
Oh, there's the last one.
Oh, Haku is pawned.
Yeah,
okay, Haku pawned off by Jaffa. Jaffa now waiting for the 6-8-9 serve for Haku only. Lots of weights in the wall actually. And it's very hard for larger Ishan 10 here for Miku.
Going to 8-pin would be the best one here.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wallaby is trying to go for a quick win here, but very awkwardly placed though.
Yep. Oh, I just noticed that No Visa is going for Suanko. They've given up.
Oh yeah.
No, not even close, but it does make sense with their team positions. So is Sumo for Jaffa Orange winning Haku only and securing that first place for their team. So we do have Jaffa in first place, Miku in second place, Wallaby in third place, and No Visa in last place. Let's see if we can't pull up Jaffa for an interview.
And that proved to be quite crucial for Atosuki there to open up that gap from the earlier game.
Yep. But yes,
turned out to be only.
Turned out to be what?
No, it turned out to be about 20 points positive for Darflame Curse Topper in the end.
Hello.
So,
hello, Jaffa.
Welcome, hello Jaffa. Welcome to the chat. Congratulations on your win. If you could post up the log.
I still have like butterflies in my stomach. God.
If you could post up the log, that would be very nice, so that we could have a look.
Yeah, of course. It's in logs.
Yep. All right, very nice. So, before we get into it, were there any hands that you felt like you wanted to talk about or discuss?
Let's see. The second last hand.
This one?
I think was probably like one of my toughest decisions.
Probably this position right here.
Where I chose to chose whether or not to push the 8. So
Yep. I don't know what's correct here, if I'm honest, because
I struggled for it. I think I had to do like some score calculations. So it was like
I think that overall
I was just hoping that.
What were you hoping for?
Because yeah, so I was just hoping that Novisa wouldn't sumo, I guess, Among Us, and hopefully they would deal into each other. Like if the dealer won, it's kind of just a neutral for me because I can just try to win the next hand unless it was like a Sanbaiman or something. But if I deal in, which I felt was likely if I pushed the 8, so then I could easily drop 3 places and not have a good chance of coming back to first.
I think it's a strong the strong argument to fold is that you know that Dark Flame Coast Totoro took a very strong first, and I'm not sure if you knew, but Novisa was on Water and the Fire, who was in last at this point. So if Novisa takes the first place, it's not actually a bad outcome for you because you maintain 2 positions above the person that you know is directly competing for you. So,
I mean, there was also like a fun situation where I would deal in, but not enough to give Novisa first. And Miku would come first.
Yes, that is also very... Oh, is that possible? You'd have to deal in like 43. So you'd have to deal in 5,200. You have to deal into 5,200 to give both Miku the first place and not give Novisa the first place, which is not... That doesn't work because... Yeah, no, that just doesn't work. So...
I think in any case, I was just trying to do the play that would give me first place most securely. And I thought folding at this point was probably better, since it seemed... I think the worst I could happen was me coming second, isn't Novisa first.
Yep, that makes sense. But yeah, no, overall, I think it would, like, this Hanchan definitely flipped for you when you got this very nice 12,000 point sumo, the reached sumo.
Yeah, definitely. I think like other hands where I had like I shut down things with cheap hands. I think there was like a time where I called like 3 times.
Yep, I think.
Then wasn't sure what to do about it.
Yep, it was this one where you went.
I think that third chi was probably a mistake. Like immediately after I did it.
Here.
Yeah, here.
I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, the 9 particularly didn't improve your hand that much there.
Well, but it puts it into Ishanten, right? Because otherwise you're still 2 Shanten.
Oh, sorry, yeah, of course.
It lowers my Shanten, but it's like a really bad Shanten.
Yeah.
And it's not the kind of hand that you want to kind of slow down for because I had like no defense. But it worked out, and I don't know what the others had. So I don't know how many points I deprived them of, but.
Yep. I think you ended up diffusing a monster Richie, I think. I remember, I thought that there was like a hand that was surprisingly valuable.
There was one where there was a Dora Pon. Like a Hatsu Dora Pon.
Oh, the Hatsu, yes.
That happened twice, didn't it?
That definitely happened a few times. Let me go look for it. This one? Yeah, where Hatsu was given over there. Yep.
Oh, this one, yeah.
But then,
was it me who diffused that? I think it was someone else.
No, Miku diffused.
I think I folded this one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's the one later on where...
It was, I think, in S2 or something?
I think that was when Miku discarded the door first time.
Yep. Over here.
Yep, here.
Yeah.
I mean, I was lucky in that I just so happened to have, like, floating tiles that were, like, up Genbutsu, so I could cut them safely.
Yep.
But I think the call I made... I think it's next call.
This one here.
To take Tenpai.
Yep. And then you got the full man, and that it was like a safe tile Tenpai, and then you could try to snipe out the like 3/6 pin or a 7 man from
So that was like a Hanuman, I guess.
Yeah, it was a Hanuman.
Yeah.
Hatsu, Toy Dora 4. So
maybe I'll check the wall and see if he would have sumoed. Would have had to take that for your recovery or something.
Completely fair enough. Well, congratulations on your win today. Very, very important win for your team. And hopefully we'll see you on the desk again sometime soon.
Like, probably, hopefully.
Oh, actually, wait. Never mind. All right. So
finals interviews if we go through the team, maybe. I think that's the last game I play.
Otherwise, congratulations on your win. And thank you so much for coming on and giving us your insight / what made you anxious during the Hanchan.
Yeah, everything.
There's not.
All right,
congratulations again there.
Thank you.
So, with that, we're going to have a quick look at the standings before we head out. So the standings as of the end of Hanchan 6 will be Atosuki in first place on 375.4 points. Dark Flame Coast Totoro in second place on 146.05. Powerpuff Boys in third place at 117.65. And Water in the Fire in last place on -142.7. Well, that does conclude this day's set of Hanchans. Firstly, we want to thank AV and Hidden Away from Junkin Ron, both the club and the team name, for coming to join us for the interview. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much. It was a
My pleasure.
And if you are in the, pitch the club. I don't know anything about Junkin Ron. Pitch the club.
I think I'll hand that button to you there.
Yeah, we're basically a UK-based club. I think it started off in London, and it's sort of just grown into an online presence, and we've got various players around the UK, and we meet up every Saturday for just a few games each week. We've been doing our own league as well this month. We're actually finishing that league at the end of this week, or at the end of the month, sorry. And we just have a lot of fun on Saturday nights.
Yep, very nice.
And shout out to Mrs. Gemma Sakamoto for the founding of the Junkin-Ron Discord channel.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Well, if you are in the UK area and you happen to be watching this stream, do go and pay them a visit, and play some Mahjong. So with that, we're going to end the stream. Before we hand off, we'd like to thank the support staff for all their hard work in making ARMA League possible. Totoro, who does admin and all the planning. Cheese, who does admin and is a player as well. SBT, who does commentary and admin. Thanks to all of them for doing so much for making ARMA League run. Please join us tomorrow to see how ARMA League Season 2 ends with 2 Hanchans left. Can these other teams make up a 225-point gap to first place, or will they play for second place instead? Stay tuned to find out. So come back tomorrow to find out. Sorry, what was that, Evie?
Oh, it's just saying it's still all to play for there.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
And in the worst case scenario, second place is going to be a fierce contest.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, yes.
Barring the first place, the second place is definitely like competition. Like there is a bit of competition for second place. Yeah. So we're going to head off there. See you guys tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good day, everyone. Bye.
Bye. See you.
First flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.